welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial. Not like the previous hair tutorials I've done. It's going to be an actual proper one because... But yes, it's gonna be a tutorial on my locks, how I got them to be knee length. Yes, they're actually knee length. I don't know how much we. Oh, I can stand on my chair. This is a rolly chair. Oh, this is a terrible idea. I can stand on my chair and show y'all that they're knee length. Yeah, well, not really. Like, the goal was for them to be knee length. But I think as I was going, they kind of started to get a little too short. But knee length is achievable, and that's the whole point. So I'm about to show y'all how I achieved this actual length. Before we get into that, please make sure that y'all checked out all my previous videos. I just recently did a random chaotic get ready with me. Also did a soft glam makeup tutorial, you know, my natural makeup look. So if y'all want to go watch that, definitely please go check those videos out. Follow me on all of my socials, my Instagram and Twitter. Y'all already know it's ASVXHA. My TikTok is HooJazzCooch. So yes, without further ado, let's get into this tutorial. The products that I used for this hairstyle was the Cuban twist. It was like 3 in a pack one. And I also used, I think it's like Maybelline. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm really sorry. But I used that as well. Usually I get the separate packs of all of the hair. I tried out the Maybelline brand because I felt like it was cheaper than just getting like the regular like 1 pack of just the curly hair. Because I noticed like the 1 pack is always like $7. But I managed to get 3 in a pack for these like the same size for like $10. That's not bad, honestly. So if you go to the hair store, I would say try to get in like assorted multi-pack rather than just the separate packs, because it saves money and it saves hair. I also did, like I said, I used the Cuban twist hair, and I mainly use the Cuban twist hair as a foundation for the lock. Not only just for adding length, but just because, you know, if y'all didn't know, I really do have short type 4 hair. My hair, y'all will see it, but it kind of stops like right there. So like, and usually when people do lock hairstyles, they braid their hair first and then they wrap the curly hair around that. I clearly cannot do that, so I needed an alternative. Also, make sure y'all get one of these. This is very essential for this hairstyle. You obviously need it to feed the hair into the braid and twist it around, twist the curly hair around. I used the Shine gel as well for my parts. When I did my parts, I didn't do any straight parts, honestly, because I don't like straight parts on locks. I just think the hairstyle really does come together when it looks a little on the rougher side. So if the parts aren't like boxed or neat, then I feel like that looks really pretty, honestly. So you really don't have to use the gel because, you know, like how jagged the parts are. But at the same time, if you don't want your hair to like fly away or get stuck in the other parts, then I would definitely use the Shine gel just for the extra like polishedness on top of the jacket, like if that makes sense. We're gonna get into how I achieved the length of this lock, and I used the Cuban twist hair to do that.
Voice for me here. So basically what I'm just doing is I'm taking 1 link of the Cuban twist hair and I'm just separating that in half, and that's gonna represent 1 full lock. And then I'm just gonna start by separating the braid because I already pre-sectioned my hair and applying that Shine Jam. Basically, I'm just dividing the part in 3 sections. Like, I'm just going to do a regular braid. And with that Cuban twist hair, I'm going to link it with the 2 leading parts, like, you know, like with the normal braid. And then I'm just starting to feed it in. So because there was a part of the section that didn't get weave added to it, once I get to the near end of my hair, I'm just going to start twisting it together instead of braiding, just so that the hair can connect together. So with the second piece of the Cuban twist hair, that's going to be for the extension part. Instead of folding it in half like I did for the feed-in part, I'm just going to extend it straight down to represent the length for it and to connect them together. I just braided them like the 3-strand braid, since it was 3 pieces, you could tie them together as well, but I did that too. I just did a bunch of random stuff, so it honestly doesn't matter. As long as you can find a way to connect them together, that's perfectly fine. And for this step, to secure the extension piece, I'm just wrapping it around and palm rolling it so that those little flyaways won't go anywhere. So now I'm using one curly piece and I'm basically just separating it. You want to separate it slowly so that it doesn't tangle. You can either finger separate it, but I'm just lazy and I don't like doing that. Also, I used 3 curls for every single braid, so if that helps y'all kind of get an understanding of how much hair you really need. So then I am taking that hook and I'm just putting it through my hair. You want it so that it's comfortable and it's not ripping your hair. And then I'm going to take that curly piece and I'm going to put it inside the loop and then close the latch and just pull the hair through. When you pull the hair through, instead of pulling it all the way, clearly that defeats the purpose of the curl, but you want it so that you're leaving at least 2 to 3 inches of that hair so that you can hold it together with your original braid and wrap it around. It's kind of like to provide a base for it, if that makes sense. Usually, if this is your first time trying this step, when you wrap the hair around, you would probably go a lot slower than I was doing, but I was kind of in a rush, so I was trying to hurry up. You can also use the thumb method to create those like bubbles in the lock, as you see. I'm not really good at that. Basically, you're just putting your thumb as a blocker and wrapping the hair around, and then you pull it through, and then the bubble will be there. Yeah, I'm not good at that. I don't know how I even managed to do that, but you can do that. So for the extension, instead of pulling it through with the needle, you're just going to still create that same 2 to 3 inch space and join it with the original braid, and you're just going to twist around. For this step, it is very essential to know where you left off. You don't want to start this in the wrong place, because then it's just going to look like a big gap of Cuban twist hair. Like, it's going to look like curl, 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 Cuban twist, and then curl, and it's just going to look really bad. So you really have to make sure that you get it exactly where you left off so that it doesn't look too crazy. Once you feel like you've reached the end of the braid, you can also use the other locks as a reference as well. But basically, to secure them, you want to just take the lock, loop it around your finger, and you want to start twisting it around. Make sure that you remember the direction that you twisted the lock in, just so that once you're twisting, like going back in that reverse direction, you don't unravel the original twist. This is the exact same process, it's just giving you an even closer look. Basically, like I said before, you're dividing the hair in 3 sections. With the 2 leading sections, you're going to feed that Cuban twist hair into that by locking it together, and you're going to braid it down. And don't braid all the way down because it provides that rougher texture. And then you're going to connect the other piece to the original lock, and you get to your twisting, and yeah. Also, I just want to say, please excuse that big ass toothpaste stain on my fucking shirt. I literally did not even realize that until I'm literally doing the recording right now. That's so embarrassing, but it's normal. Damn, I brushed my teeth. Fuck.
I will say, with hairstyles like these, it's very hard to measure. No matter what you do, it's very hard to measure like exactly like the hair to be exactly straight, the exact same length. So you will have to deal with having to cut the locks, having to extend them and all of that. So I'm going to show y'all how I cut my locks. It probably is like, it's probably nerve-wracking. You're probably like, cut them, why would you cut them? Because like obviously that's literally just gonna make the curl unravel, or just the hair unravel in general. But there is a way to fix the hair from unraveling, so I'm about to show y'all. I'm gonna do this on camera with y'all, just because I was gonna do it off camera because I was afraid if I mess something up, y'all not about to see this. But I'm gonna show y'all. I'm on a step stool right now. I'm very, very short, and I just like, you see like some of my pieces a little wonky too. So yeah, you just want to look and see like the ones that aren't lined up evenly. So like, as y'all could see, like some of mine aren't like the same length at all. So basically what I'm just gonna do, like I can't even reach them, but basically I'm just picking out the ones that I feel like are too long, and I'll just cut like a little inch. And you can do them all at once, because they're locks. I mean, they're not gonna unravel just yet, so you should be fine. And you're just gonna cut them. Now I feel like they're all pretty even. Even if there are some that are like aren't like the exact same length, that's okay. But this is what they're looking like. I wouldn't be too scared about securing the ends, just because like with the type of hair used in the foundation, I doubt the hair is going anywhere. But if you are scared of that, I'm just gonna show with this one right here. This is one that I literally just didn't finish. I was in a rush, y'all. But basically, like after you cut it, I'm just got this one. I don't care. Like, if some of them aren't the same length, I honestly don't care. Like, it's not that deep. And, you know, after you cut it, what you do is you're going to take the finger, like, loop it around your finger, like I said before. You're just going to start wrapping it. It does help to remember the direction that you originally wrap the curly hair in. Just because if you do this in the opposite direction, you're going to start to unravel the curly, and you don't want to do that. So after you figure all of that out, you're just gonna palm roll, and yeah, you should be good. This hairstyle is very affordable, and I definitely recommend y'all to try. It's a very good quarantine hairstyle because, you know, like it's just quick, easy. It's not that much maintenance, and you can keep it in for a very long time, or a while. It's a protective style, so yes, I would definitely try this out. And it's a pretty affordable too, I will say. Altogether, it was about $45. The Cuban twist hair was $14.99, and the separate packs of the curly was $10.99, and I got 3 of those. So the needle for it is like $1. And the Shine Jam, they have smaller bottles for like $2-3, but that you could get at Walmart. I recommend getting it at Walmart better because it's a lot cheaper than at the hair store. At the hair store that I go to, they be overpricing that Shine Jam. Like, wow, I don't understand why, but it's whatever. Maintenance isn't that bad. I will say the only thing that irritates me about this hairstyle is that the hair clumps together a lot, and my hair gets stuck on everything. Like, I was trying to make a TikTok earlier, and it was getting stuck to my leaves, on my mirror, and on my wall right there. It just gets stuck to everything. Like, I will say, make sure you're oiling your scalp, you know. Make sure that you're not drying out your scalp. This is my go-to hairstyle. I love locks, but this is the longest that I've had them. I always do them like butt length, but this is the longest that I'm having, like to my knees. I'm not even gonna say they're knee length, but getting to my knees, like this is the longest I've had them. But I really hope that y'all enjoyed today's video. I hope it was as informative as possible. If y'all have any questions that I didn't cover in the video, definitely leave them below, and I'll definitely answer them for y'all. Make sure y'all follow me on all my socials, my Instagram, Twitter, ASBXHA, my TikTok, Cool. I really hope that y'all enjoyed my video for today. I hope it was as informative as possible, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, friends.
Me and my white city, my car ignorant, I'm the king of my city. I'm banged up and I ain't in the bed, my flow just like an instrument.